Hola a todos, acompáñame hoy para hacer unos tamales.
So the first thing I do is heat up my oil, and I'm going to use this for the masa because I'm not using manteca. And so I was always told that you need to heat up the oil first, and you just wait until it is steaming a little bit. And then here in our pueblo, I actually have a good friend that makes the mole, and so this is my pasta de mole. And so for my tamales, I actually need to boil chicken. And so I'm going to boil chicken, and then I'll use some of the broth for the masa and then some for the mole. And then with the last half, I'm going to make just a little bit of caldo de pollo. And so here I have my chicken boiling. And so I also have my cocos, or the corn husk for the tamales, soaking in water so they're easier to wrap. And I'm also getting ready to get everything started for my mole. And so here I have the tomato sauce for my mole, and here in a minute I'm going to add my mole to this. This is just a little bit of tomato and mil tomate that I boiled, and I added a little bit of sugar and salt, and then I just blended it and added it in here, and waiting for it to boil to add my pasta de mole. And then I also took out some chicken broth because I'll need this for my mole, and then I'll also need it for my masa as well. And so here I added my mole paste, and when this is all blended and it starts boiling again, I'm going to add in my chicken broth. And so here is my mole. I'm just waiting on it to boil again, and you do have to constantly move it around. And so here's another update. I have my chicken. This has already been boiled. And here's my mole. And here with the leftover caldo and pollo, I made caldo de pollo. And so we're just waiting on the potatoes and carrots to cook, and it'll be done. And so here I have maseca. I'm going to use maseca today because I didn't plan ahead and order my masa. But I have 2 bags of maseca. I already added a little bit of salt, and then I'm going to go ahead and add the oil to this from earlier. And then my chicken broth. And so now I'm starting my tamales. I have my masa, my mole, and my chicken. So I'm actually using banana leaves for my tamales. And so here are my tamales with banana leaves, and then I'm going to make some with corn husk because I ran out of banana leaves. And so here I'm just finishing up the rest of my chicken. So I have a corn husk, and I just put a little bit of mole, and some chicken, and then I just close it. And so I have the masa on the side of the pan. I put 3 chiles in my peppers, and now I'm going to finish putting the tamales in my olla. So I know my tamales are not the prettiest, but we're going to go ahead and put a plastic bag over these, and then we're going to let them cook for about an hour, hour and a half. Okay, so now I just pulled one of the tamales from my pan. We're going to go ahead and try them and see if they're ready. So this is the first time that I've actually made tamales with banana leaves, and so they are ready. And so I'm pretty happy with how these ones turned out. So here is our tamales. We have tamales in corn husk and with banana leaves. So here are our tamales. Hey Jay,
What?
how are the tamales?
Good.
Estamos comiendo unos ricos tamales con mi familia.
So my sister is eating caldo de pollo that I made. Bella, how's the caldo?
Really good.
And of course, this meal is not complete without a cold Coke.